Hey y'all, today we're making some yummy no-bake treats. All right, so the first one we're making is peanut butter balls with Rice Krispies. So these are very similar to Buckeyes if you've ever made or had a Buckeye, like the peanut butter balls covered in chocolate, except we're going to add a little crunch to these, okay? But they're very similar, and I did make some last year, so I'll be sure to link that video down below for y'all, and that way you can make those if you want to. So you're going to take 1 cup of creamy peanut butter, and we're going to add that to a mixing bowl. And, you know, if you don't have a stand mixer, you could definitely use a hand mixer for this. Then you're going to add in 3 tablespoons of melted butter, and we're going to let that mix until our peanut butter and our butter is just all mixed together, okay? Doesn't take but a second. These are so easy to throw together. All right, once your peanut butter and butter are good and mixed, you're going to add in 1 cup of powdered sugar, and we're going to mix that until our powdered sugar is incorporated into our peanut butter mixture. Then you're going to add in 2.5 cups of Rice Krispies, or crispy rice, or whatever yours is called. You know, add it in there, 2.5 cups. And then we're going to let that mix until our cereal is coated. It doesn't take but just a second. It doesn't even take a minute, y'all. I mean, I'm telling you, these are super, both of these, so easy to throw together. All right, so once everything is good and mixed, you're going to take, or I took a little cookie scooper, just because I was trying to keep them about the same size. Now, you can just scoop these out with your hand. You can use a teaspoon, table, whatever you have will work just fine. So you are going to need to roll these, but if I roll them as I'm scooping them, then I end up with peanut butter everywhere. So what I like to do is scoop them out and then go back and roll them. So once I've got them scooped out, I take a little bit of cooking spray that on my hands, and then I roll them in my hands, you know, because the peanut butter is already sticky and your hands are warm, so it tends to kind of fall apart and get mushy. So a little bit of cooking spray or butter will help that. Once they're done, pop them in the refrigerator for at least an hour. Okay, now you're going to take, when they're ready to come out of the refrigerator, okay, take a bag of chocolate chips, melt those in the microwave 30 seconds at a time until all of your chocolate chips are melted. Now, I used milk chocolate. If you want to use semi-sweet chocolate, you can. If you want to use dark chocolate, whatever kind of chocolate chips you prefer will be just fine, okay? But I liked the sweetness of the milk chocolate. So once your peanut butter balls have sat for an hour in the refrigerator, melt your chocolate, take them out, and then you're going to roll your little peanut butter balls into your chocolate. Now, I use a fork for this, and that way the excess chocolate can drain off like down through the fork and just make it where I'm not ending up with a big clumpy mess of chocolate, okay? And you want to make sure that you have enough to cover all of your peanut butter balls, okay? So do this until everything is coated, and the 1 bag was plenty to do this whole recipe. I actually had a little bit left over. And then you're going to put these in the refrigerator and let them set up until your chocolate is nice and hardened, okay? And that's it. The next recipe we're doing is no-bake Christmas crunch cookies. So we're going to take 1 bag of white chocolate chips, put those in a microwave-safe bowl, same thing as with the other chips. You're going to pop them in there 30 seconds at a time until your chips are completely melted, okay? Doesn't take long to do either one of these recipes. Throwing these together was so simple. I mean, y'all see how short the video is, and it's 2 recipes. Once you get your chips all good and melted, you're going to add in 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. And you see already, you know, these are both using some sort of a chocolate chip and peanut butter and Rice Krispies for both of these recipes. So that's why I made these together, because all the ingredients were pretty similar. So I thought this is going to be easy just to whip up and throw together. So add your 1 cup of peanut butter into your white chocolate chips, and then you're going to stir that up until everything is good and incorporated. Okay, you just want to stir it until all your peanut butter and all of your white chocolate is mixed together. And make sure you scrape the bottom of your bowl, because I thought I'd done good, and then down on the bottom there was still some straggling white chocolate down there. So just stir it up real good till it's all good and incorporated. All right, once you get this all nice and combined, you're going to add in 2 cups of Rice Krispies. And then you're going to add in 2 cups of mini marshmallows. Now, I used a little bit more because I only had a tiny bit more left in my bag. And, well, I mean, what was I going to do with it, you know? So I put those in there, and then you're just going to mix that up until all your cereal and your marshmallows are coated in your peanut butter mixture. Now, if you don't like marshmallows, you don't have to add them if you don't want to. If you like marshmallows but you don't want the mini marshmallows, you can use the dehydrated marshmallows, you know, like the ones that you get for hot chocolate. You can use those. You know, do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you, the texture of the marshmallows with the crispy cereal and all that was really good. It was really good. I'm not the biggest, you know, like dry marshmallow fan either, but in these cookies, it was really, really good. So once you get everything mixed, I should have put this on a cookie sheet because you're going to need to put this in the refrigerator. So I did transfer it at some point, but make your life easier and just put some parchment paper on a cookie sheet. You're going to scoop these cookies out. Now, they're real sticky right after we make them because of that the warm chocolate chips and then the peanut butter. So I'm having to, like, that's why I'm kind of having to scoop it out with my finger. But this is just a tablespoon, like measuring spoon. And I'm just scooping these out until I've scooped everything out of the bowl. Now, if you want to make yours bigger, you can. If you want to make them smaller, you can. You can do whatever size because we're not cooking them, so it's not going to matter. Then you put them in the refrigerator and let them set up. Y'all, these are 2 of the easiest recipes I have ever thrown together in my life. Okay? Super, super, super easy. And this one right here, it was actually my son's favorite. He's not the biggest fan of chocolate, so this one was his favorite right here. But y'all, these are super good. You can't go wrong with either one of them, but you really should make them both because, you know, we need some variety in our lives. A little chocolate for those chocolate lovers and one without chocolate for the ones who don't love chocolate. But anyway, that is all I've got for y'all today, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.